Welcome everyone, thank you so much for joining in. So today's video is going to be one extremely important video. Why? Because I have prepared some very interesting chart just for you that could be playing out in the immediate short term and also could be the turning point for Bitcoin here in the upcoming days. And not just only that, I will also give you an exact price target where we could be heading if that resistance is going to get broken. So guys, if this is exactly what you wanted to hear, then come on, hit that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So guys, now if we look at this price structure in a weekly time frame, we are aware around this price range of 48,000. We have extremely strong support lying around for Bitcoin here in a weekly time frame, because this rising trend line, 50 weekly moving average, and also this falling trend line, which could be looked as a bump and run reversal, and this pullback here could be the retest of the previous temporary rates line. So that's why we said if we do find support around this 48,000 range, that is a very good sign, because we could be expecting some really rally type of scenario to play out here in price action of Bitcoin. But the question here is, what in case if the price is going to break the support around this 48,000 and head towards this previous low area? In that case, guys, yesterday I showed you two different scenarios what the price of Bitcoin must do and must not do. Let me show you one more time. So yesterday I made an emergency video where I showed you about this three rising valley and why this three rising valley is rhyming up very nicely with Bitcoin. And that's why I said if we do see this further price retracement, we want the price of Bitcoin not to close below the previous low, right? Because this is still an higher highs, higher lows continuation pattern type of scenario. So what we want here, according to this three rising valley, if we look at this first valley, second valley, right, and the third valley, after this third valley, if the proper support is going to be there, we will be seeing this blow off top type of scenario. I mean, a really nice impulsive movement here to the upside before an actual trend reversal starts taking place. And exactly like this, as shown in example, we are also forming a first valley, second valley, and this here is the third valley. So that's why if the support is going to be there, right, the price of Bitcoin could still see this new movement here to the upper direction. And if we do see more of a consolidation around that range, I have been very clear, we will be more than happy to see that. Why? Because this pullback here, right, finding support around this range could still indicate this Wyckoff's reaccumulation schematic, because yesterday I showed you this one very interesting example, because according to the Wyckoff accumulation as well, right, sorry, reaccumulation, you can see double top pullback. And now if we do see more of a range bound type of scenario, we are absolutely happy with that, because that could indicate this reaccumulation phase from Wyckoff playing out. Because you can see according to this reaccumulation phase, double top, price retracement, this consolidation, and as soon as the price breaks out of the resistance line, we will start this new trend here to the upper direction. So now you can see, guys, if we do see more of a range bound around this price range, we are absolutely fine with that, because this here could play out as a reaccumulation from Wyckoff. So that's why guys, if we do see further price retracement, please be careful, right? As long as we are not breaking the previous low, right, we could still form this as a reaccumulation phase from Wyckoff. Not just only that, this three rising valley could be playing out, and also in a weekly, every time when we got a proper support above this falling trend line and the rising trend line, we had this really nice impulsive price movement. So all this scenario could be playing out as long as the price of Bitcoin is not going to break the previous low. So now the question here is, when do we get this confirmation that the price of Bitcoin could be starting this new trend here to the upper direction? For that, I'm also going to show you this one chart that might give us a confirmation when the price of Bitcoin is ready for this next impulsive movement. Let me show you that. So guys, now what kind of scenario must play out for this reversal to take place from here, and also to get this confirmation? Even though we know this Williams alligator indicator, RSI line, and this T3CCI, these are all lagging indicators, but it has still been a great help for us in the past Bitcoin price action. So that is the reason why I'm actually showing you this one more time. Now let me show you this one very interesting scenario. Whenever you see this new impulsive movement playing out, right, these three indicators must confirm the price movement. I mean, the price of Bitcoin must be above this Williams alligator indicator first. Second, the Williams alligator indicator, the green line must always be at the top and the blue line at the bottom. Whenever you see this kind of scenario happening, then we know the price of Bitcoin could be preparing for this new impulsive movement. But to confirm that, we will also look at the RSI line. So if we do see the RSI line above this 50 level, then we get the confirmation that around this range where we had this crossover, where the green line started appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, the price of Bitcoin could be preparing for another movement here to the upper duration. And exactly at the same place, you can see the T3CCI also started appearing in a positive territory. And as long as the price, right, started this new move here to the upside, the indicators were still bullish, even though we did have some shakeout on our way, but the Williams alligator indicator acted as a support. And in a downtrend, you will see the blue line, which was supposed to be at the bottom in an uptrend, will be at the top, and the green line at the bottom. And exactly when we see this crossover happening, you can also see the RSI line started jumping below 50 level, and also the T3CCI in a negative territory, confirming this potential downward price movement. And here you can see crossover where the green line started appearing at the top and the blue line at the bottom, exactly around that range. The RSI line also started appearing over 50 level, and the T3CCI in a positive territory. And now if we look in our case, you can clearly see the blue line is at the top and the green line is at the bottom. This usually happens when the trend is heading to the downward direction. So that's why for a breakout or a trend reversal in this manner, we need this Williams alligator indicator crossover happening. I mean, this blue line start appearing here in the bottom and green line at the top, because if we do see this crossover happening, right, price also above this Williams alligator indicator and RSI line over 50 level, T3CCI in a positive territory, then we will get a confirmation that this trend is ready for this next impulsive movement. So that's why you can use this kind of indicator and also monitor price movement to see if the trend reversal is real or not. And now let me also show you in a smaller time frame why the price of Bitcoin right now could be preparing itself for another very interesting price movement. Now, before I switch into other chart, I just want to make you aware, Bybit and Femex both are providing around $4,100 bonus each. I mean, the total of $8,200 bonus is being provided for our community members. So if you are an experienced trader and want to take advantage of this market volatility, then this is the great opportunity, because Bybit, as you can see, is providing around $4,100 bonus if you use my ref link and sign up, which is going to take you not more than a minute, and also with Femex. So I personally use Bybit for trading, and if you want to trade altcoins, then Femex could be a great option as well. Now let's switch into other chart. So now if we look at this price structure in a 4-hour time frame, we are aware the price of Bitcoin here is following this trend, right, in this manner, more of a lower highs, lower lows continuation pattern, getting rejection around the upper line area and finding support around the lower line area of this descending channel. But the question here is the price of Bitcoin going to break out of this central line? Why? Because around this central line where we are finding ourselves, we are building a very interesting scenario, which is known as double bottom. Because you can see whenever the trend started reversing to the downside, you can see the price always this is the top of the channel, right? So in our case, if this is also going to happen before choosing a trend duration, then which resistance line must be broken? I mean, here in the immediate short term, if I would switch this time frame from 4 hour now to an hourly time frame, you can see, guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is forming this very nice double bottom. So if this double bottom is going to play out, then we want the neckline to be broken at any cost, because you can see when we came across this neckline area, exactly after reaching the neckline area, we got this rejection, this weak rejection here to the upside. So that's why if the price of Bitcoin is going to close this candle above this 48,800, 48,900, right, then this neckline could be broken and we could be showing another impulsive movement towards this 49 to 50,000 price area. Why? Because if you take this price target from this neckline till the bottom area, you can see very clearly, guys, the price of Bitcoin, right, could be approaching around this 49 to 50,000 price range in the immediate short term. So for this bullish scenario to happen, we have to break this neckline and flip it into support. So if we do that, then we are aware the price of Bitcoin could be above this central line in a 4-hour time frame, which is also going to be a line of resistance, and flipping it into support could trigger another continuation pattern at least towards this top of the channel. Because if you look at this top of the channel, you can see whenever the price of Bitcoin has shown an actual movement here to the downside, the top of the channel has always been tested. So that's why if we break this 48,800, 48,900 resistance support, then we could be also slowly heading towards the top of the channel before choosing an actual trend duration. So these are some of the important scenarios that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then come on guys, hit the like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button and the bell. So by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye guys.